I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
What is going on? And welcome back to the Quarter Mile Podcast. I am your lovely host, the still celebrating her birthday girl, CJ Walton, with my, I guess my cousin, my big brother.
Cousin.
I
Wow, look at that.
consider us family now.
Well, we're definitely family. If you're doing a Fast and Furious themed podcast, you're family.
I would
Vin
say
Diesel
so.
rules, but I think so too.
The illustrious Drew DeVos.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Quarter Mile Podcast, and happy continuation of your birthday.
Man, it is going ridiculous. We're having a party tomorrow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So very cool. Well, enjoy it.
I am. I'm still eating and enjoying it. Memphis was fun.
Yes, I got to see CJ celebrate some of her birthday in Memphis. So you had an amazing routine at the
Thank
Madison
you.
Tavern. So that was really cool.
I've been working. I've been practicing.
Yeah, you killed it.
Thank
We also have a repeat guest,
A favorite.
fan favorite,
A
Dustin
fan favorite.
Callahan.
He's my favorite.
He's your. There you go. You're CJ's favorite. She absolutely doesn't say that to every single person.
I do not. And Renard's gonna be so mad.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
He's gonna be like, and Courtney. No, Courtney, that's my baby sister. So, but that goes without saying. I get boo. That goes without saying.
Absolutely, she's coming
Courtney
back.
goes
She's
without
coming back
saying.
when we review Twister.
That goes without saying. That's my baby sister.
With us, but
Right, like she can just move in here, so I can't say that about her. I can say that about you because I love your style and like everything about you. So what's been going on with you?
Man, just working hard. I've been busy, going crazy on stuff. I got off of Kill Tony in April.
I need to hear about it.
Yeah, so Bridgestone Arena. It was an arena show in front of 15,000 plus people. 60 seconds. I got 6 jokes off, made them all laugh. Didn't have to be dirty. It was great.
Did you want to be dirty?
Sometimes you think about the crowd and you're like, this is what they're looking for. They're looking for those, dirty jokes. And I was like, I'm going to just stick to it and see what happens.
You.
And it paid off, So Nashville night 2, I'm bucket pool number 6. I go on after Fiona Colley.
Fiona. Shout out to Fiona.
Yeah.
she's great. She's paving the way. She's helping us put Nashville on the map.
Absolutely. Her, Aaron, Dusty, Nate.
Now Dustin with the
Dustin. Like, I mean, it's Amber. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, Laura Peak. I mean,
Nate
like I said Nate. That's what I'm saying. Nate. Like, we can keep it going. Like, I mean, it's so much you. It's so much talent.
People were like, I didn't know there was comedy in Nashville. I was like, there's so much comedy.
It's so much comedy in Nashville.
Yeah.
And it's good comedy. That's the great thing about it. It's not mediocre comedy at all. It's like
we are like killing it.
Yeah. So shouts out to the whole comedy scene in Nashville.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and speaking of paving the way, Dustin, we've talked about this. The last episode you were on, Los Bandoleros, is currently our number 2 most popular episode. And the number 1 is the pilot. And it's rare for things to get above the pilot because if anyone hears like, oh, I want to check out that podcast, they usually always go to the first episode. But I'm thinking give it a few more months and yours is gonna pass the pilot.
I think the women are looking at him. I think that's what it is, and they're like, "Oh, he's into it. He's cute. He's like a big daddy."
You're our thirst trap.
You're the thirst trap.
Man, I'm trying. I've lost 50 pounds since the last episode.
Oh,
wow! Look.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Because I need to know. I'm trying to lose some weight too.
Probably not eating cupcakes.
Is it because of D&D? Shouts out to D&D. Ooh, right there. What do you mean not cupcakes?
I was gonna say, I bet you he doesn't
What do
get
you
on
mean
podcasts.
not cupcakes?
I bet you step 1 of what Dustin does is not get on podcasts and eat cupcakes.
So you said. So what you saying? So what you saying, Drew?
I
So
will
what you
say,
saying,
if
Drew?
she breaks out a red velvet cupcake, it's over. I mean,
See, I had that.
Yep. I've noticed there's no food around us this time.
You know why? Because I'm trying to do what you say. I'm not doing any sugar. So let's see.
Okay, let's.
I'm doing it again.
I never have ever suggested to anyone in my life Never do
No,
sugar.
no, no. What I said was I'm gonna cut back on my sugar again, because I did lose. So I'm gonna see how the month of July goes.
Yeah.
As I just offered them a piece of cake while I was
Yeah,
downstairs.
you set up.
But did I come up with any?
No, you did
No.
not.
Exactly.
No, you didn't.
So I'm trying to. That's my new thing. Is trying to.
But we should have said this so much earlier.
What?
We're covering XXX.
Oh yeah, that's right, yo. Is this because he's back?
Yeah.
That's all it is. We just wanted to catch up with our friend because he did kill Tony. We just and he just got on that shot. He looking good. We just want to see.
Yeah. But you all already knew. You clicked on an episode that said XXX. So
Exactly.
you knew.
And you knew it wasn't porn.
Right. So
At least I hope you knew that.
this is going to be really a letdown for you guys if you're looking for some porn on a podcast.
At least on our podcast.
Yeah.
The
It's
episode's not over yet.
yeah.
Well, that's true.
It's true. We haven't. Yeah, but
At least on our podcast. No, we are actually doing another Vin Diesel. And I know, like, hopefully y'all not tired of him yet because it's still action.
Yeah.
And he's an action character, action movie. So we are doing XXX. Okay. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. That movie came out in what, 2002?
Yeah.
Yes. It's
2002.
starring Vin Diesel. And let's go ahead and get this cast so y'all can see who it is. Vin Diesel, Asia Argento, and Michael Kokas. The man, the myth, Samuel L. Jackson, originally from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Michael Roof, Richie Mullen. It's a lot of good people.
Yeah, this is a fun and good cast.
What's not a good cast?
Eve was in it. Tony
Stop.
Hawk
Let's
was in
talk about the original Rough Rider.
Welcome to the part of the podcast where we're talking about something different than what you click.
Okay, I know we're talking about XXX, but let's talk about. I mean,
talk about
Eve
Rough
was
Rider.
in it. She is the original Rough Rider. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I mean, who would not want to see Eve? And she kills it any movie.
Well, I hate to ask. I'm going to be that guy, but who's Eve? Like, who is she in the movie?
And so she was like, apparently, like his
agent.
like
Yeah.
she was his agent.
She's his agent. She's the
his-
one talking about she can get an advance on the video.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
that.
yeah.
That's why she was like trying to keep his ass alive.
Oh yeah, she was great for she was really good for. She was just
Yeah.
in that scene, like the opening scene, and then maybe a little bit
Yeah.
later because he went back and got people. But yeah, you're right, and that was something I liked about this movie was even the small characters.
Yeah, Eve.
Yeah.
like they really.
Tony Hawk.
They
Come on now.
Tony Hawk was.
He was
The
a
fact that
driver.
Tony Hawk was and I'm looking like, no, that's not who I think it is.
That's what I did.
No,
too.
that's not my boy. Because I know I didn't notice that when
I was watching it. I was like, that looks like Tony Hawk.
It
And
was-
then I'm watching the whole scene with the Corvette and everything, and they go off the bridge, and then he pulls up in the Cadillac. I was like, that's
Tony
Hawk.
Hawk.
And it wasn't until the party, the next scene after that I was like, no, that's definitely him.
That's
He's
Tony
tall.
Hawk.
And when I saw him
Yeah.
sitting next to everybody, I was like, that's Tony Hawk.
That's Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Like every small part made that movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Which was I couldn't imagine Tony Hawk not being in that movie. Like that little part was made for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Eve's part as an agent.
There was a surprise special guest that you didn't mention.
Who did I not mention?
Michael Jackson was in it.
What?
That's right.
Wait.
That's right. You're stupid. He's not.
Tell me the stripper that was in the bedroom for him does not look like Michael Jackson.
It's
true.
not
It really does.
my.
I love that she got pictures of the.
Oh, but I didn't talk about my favorite,
Who's that?
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo. Yes.
Danny Trejo. It won Best Action Adventure Thriller. It won Best Special Effects. Of course, BET Award.
Mm-hmm.
Samuel Jackson won that.
I
BMI.
love his character in this, and then he's in the next one too. And
I think this movie's what set him up for the Avengers cast.
Do you?
No, for real. Without this, I don't think he really fit that role.
They weren't thinking about him until they saw him in this role.
When you see this role, it's
He
like
really does.
Had a
Come
different,
on
He does
and
have some
connect the
Nick Fury.
dots.
Yeah, he's got serious Nick Fury energy.
Yeah, he
Big
does.
Nick energy.
I mean, from the beginning of the movie, he really does. I didn't even connect that dot until he said that.
Yeah.
My favorite scene in this movie. I know we're still talking about the overview, but
Sure.
when he brings them into the opera and they're like
Yeah.
interrupting an opera
They
with a
kidnap him for like the
well,
third time.
well, it's like the opera's still going and they're just out here having a conversation. And I never did anyone in the opera be like, first of all, why are we performing to an empty room? And maybe they were just at practice. Maybe he knew the playwright or whatever. And he's like, hey man, can I use while you guys are at practice? Can I use your space for a covert kidnapping
Yeah.
mission briefing, and he's like, "Yeah, man, Eugene," because his name's like Augustus Eugene Gibbons. They were like, "Yeah, you just go ahead and do whatever you want, Eugene."
You're stupid.
Yeah, it's true.
Among the awards, you've heard of Teen Choice Award.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of, I don't know, the Razzie Award.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You've also heard of Golden Reel Award, MTV Movie Awards. I don't know if you've ever heard of the BMI Film Music
Yes.
Award. Okay. What about
Body-
DVD?
Body Mass Index.
I hate you.
I've won that a few times.
Not anymore. If you keep losing weight, they're
I
taking
know.
those awards back from you.
The
Dang.
Taurus Award.
Never heard of the
So
Taurus
it's
Award.
for best specialty stunt. And the
Okay.
stuntman drives a Corvette off a bridge and escapes in the inevitable crash by parachuting off of a car
Yeah.
and gliding to safety. Tim Rigby. Taurus Award, best overall stunt by a stuntman. Stuntman harpoons a moving boat while in a car traveling parallel to
That
a
was the
boat.
end.
Mhm.
Using a parachute, the stuntman attaches himself to the moving boat and flees behind it. As the bridge approaches, the stuntman unhooks himself from the parachute, harnesses, and slides down to the boat.
They didn't even talk about the Evil Knievel scene over the
Yeah, over
Colombian
all the
drug
cars.
courthouse.
I'm not even done.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna they won a stinker award.
What?
They can keep
I
that.
don't know what that means
You
either.
know what? For the worst screenplay for a film grossing more than 100 million using Hollywood math.
Huh.
That doesn't make sense.
That
That's
doesn't.
such a subjective award.
Yeah.
And
That's
I bet
somebody
we
not
could
liking
I
somebody.
bet we could find something worse.
Yeah.
It was a PG-13, which was funny to me, seeing as how. But this was a movie that Samuel L. Jackson really didn't say the word fuck. Quite.
No, you didn't. PG-13. It was
So,
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a Pulp Fiction style movie.
so let's play a little trivia real quick. Did you know the production asked the Czech Air Force for the loan of 2 of their jets for the film, only to be told that they could have the entire fleet? All they required was a payment of $50,000 in donation to the pilot's hospital and to buy beer for all the soldiers involved.
That's awesome. Also, though, potentially dangerous. Like, what if the Czechs were invaded when they were filming XXX? Then the Air Squad, we can't. They're with Vin Diesel.
They really destroyed a $60,000 car for the opening scene.
Nice.
So they
That
actually,
Corvette.
yep,
Yeah.
it was the Corvette. The avalanche. Are you ready for this? How many gallons of fake snow do you think it was?
Ooh, let's see
That
here.
wasn't CGI.
It was not.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, I
I was hoping that was CGI.
I
It was
Can you
not.
imagine? how
can't
much
even
that was?
imagine. I guess I'm gonna make a 1,000 gallons of.
Okay. What is your guess?
I'm gonna go 1 trillion. That was a lot of snow.
300,000 gallons
Oh,
of
yeah.
fake snow.
Guys,
Yeah.
that means there was someone out there before the movie that had to make 300 gallons of fake snow.
Ramstein actually performed live in the movie.
Yes.
Cool.
Everyone knew that. Like, come on, Furfield.
Rammstein. Yeah.
Rammstein, excuse me, thank you, because I always mispronounce their name. And setting things on fire and consuming your parents. That's what they're known for. Triple
sounds
X was
right.
supposed to be more extreme. What? James Bond. I want to get
Yeah.
into this, like the review of this movie, and I need to see if you're going to do it as funny as Xander did it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Xander Zone.
we gotta bring us. Pretend like you're the professional YouTuber.
You know,
Xander Cage.
he was in his zone.
Welcome to the
Well, he
Xander
was-
Zone.
He was getting revenge. I don't, you know.
He was,
I
but
like
he
the
said,
guy.
"Dude,
Yeah.
come on, man, you got to give it."
Yeah, he kept saying dick.
He kept
With a lot
saying
of
dick.
emphasis, yeah.
I tried to write it as funny as possible. I
Oh,
tried.
did you write this?
I tried this time.
Oh, all right.
Okay. A CJ original.
I hope it's good.
All right. The government needed a spy, so they hired a man who thinks gravity is just a suggestion. Let's be honest, XXX isn't a movie. It's a 2-hour adrenaline tantrum where Vin Diesel plays Xander Cage, an extreme sports legend, criminal, and walking protein shake who's recruited by the NSA because James Bond apparently didn't have enough time. Xander Cage is the type of guy who skydives before breakfast, drinks motor oil for fun, and probably thinks seatbelts are for the weak. The government, in a moment of pure what could go wrong energy, decides this guy is their best hope to take down some villainous Euro club DJs with a missile fetish. The bad guys. Imagine every villain from the 2000s PlayStation game formed a techno band They hang out in castles, rave like it's tax deductible, and plot world domination with enthusiasm and someone trying to win a glow stick dance off.
I thought you would like that.
I do. Who needs plot when you have when you've got explosions? Xander doing stunts and require a waiver just to watch.
Yep.
And lines like "I live for this shit" shouted while flipping and flaming dirt bikes over an enemy tank.
I just love. I mean, the whole premise of this movie is a YouTuber is hired by the Secret Service.
Yeah.
Early
An
YouTuber, like
extreme sports YouTuber. They're like,
Yes.
you have this, and never do we learn how he became such a marksman.
Right.
Like he's Xander freaking Cage. That's how.
So I was in the Marine Corps, and
Really?
shooting on the run and shooting at targets moving is not as easy as they make it look. And for him to just be a YouTuber who can hit the target, that's pretty impressive.
Kind of wasting.
all I'm
potential.
saying.
I'm just saying he could do more with his life.
That's all
Although
I'm
he did
saying.
miss that boat several rounds before
I mean,
Yeah.
my
he
God.
got there eventually.
Yeah, we'll give him some grace. It was a high tense situation.
Also, shout out to the love interest who falls for him after minutes of the gunfight. Because nothing says he's the one like watching a man do a kickflip over a moving car while holding a grenade.
Yeah.
Final verdict 4.5 out of 5. Broken laws of physics. It's fast, it's furious, and it's basically what happens when Mountain Dew gets a movie deal and gives Vin Diesel a GoPro.
I love that.
I think
This
there's a
movie is
steroid,
like
too.
if Mountain Dew wished to become a real boy.
I
Like,
just want you to know that I'm sick of love interest.
yeah.
I am over love interest. Every time it's someone who is not interested, and the next thing you know, you see him do one thing.
It's so forced in all these movies. And so many of these movies, rarely do you see in these action type movies that we're watching, rarely do you see like a couple you're like, that makes sense.
Yeah, he never makes sense with anybody except in Fast and like this
With Lenny.
with
Letty and Helen Mirren.
that's it.
Yeah.
Helen, I don't care what nobody say. I think him and Helen Mirren done.
You know,
He
50 Cent
ju-
has a
he-
thing for
he
Helen
ju-
Mirren.
Yeah, they dated.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel just posted like a happy birthday post to Helen Mirren. And
Okay.
it was
Right.
so weird. It was
No, you
so
know what I
weird.
think it is? You know what? Let's just be honest. She got a body.
She does.
She got a body.
She does.
She not
And
ugly.
she's got experience, probably.
She not ugly. She pretty as hell.
Yep.
And she got a body.
She's got class.
She got class.
hmm
And you know what? I can guarantee she probably really, really funny behind. You know what I'm saying?
She seems cool.
She's
Like, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I could see why dudes are like, you know what?
She's
I'll knock.
Martha Stewart without the criminal record.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, because I mean, if you put her on a little something, you can see a little bump
Yeah,
back there.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I could definitely see 50 Cent like, man, yeah, I hit, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with what we were saying about Vin Diesel and his chemistry with like essentially any woman. I will say in this movie, it was nice to kind of see him acting a little bit more. This brings back first Fast and Furious vibes. This brings back Pitch Perfect. Nope, Pitch Black.
no, not
Whoops.
He was in Pitch Perfect.
Yeah. It's how he got those goggles.
That's how
He's
he
the one
got
playing
those.
with the cups.
Yep,
Yes.
absolutely. No,
I agree with you.
yeah, it's. I do feel like maybe if I ever meet Vin Diesel, I'll confirm this, or I won't say this to him because he'll beat me up. I feel like maybe with his success, he's kind of stopped like trying whenever he was acting. Like in a lot of his later movies, it's just a lot of grunting and family. But like when you watch these like 2001,
True.
2002,
Drew, we
2000,
could stop this podcast.
I know I'm gonna get canceled. I'm gonna get canceled for my hate of, and I
No,
don't
you're
hate
not
Vin Diesel.
because it's
I love
funny.
Vin Diesel
You're not.
movies.
You're not because that's really. He said,
So
love
I agree.
family.
His acting was better in this than a lot of other movies of his.
Yeah.
What killed it for me was the trash talk was subpar. And
Oh.
speaking of the love scenes, when he kisses the girl, there's 3 different times. It's like 3 different kisses, like they're doing it for the first time. It's all wrong. It doesn't look right.
She's so confused the whole
Like the
time.
first time he kissed her, he was kissing her upper lip the entire time. I'm like, that's just weird. Like that's not even.
I was like, is he kissing the sweat off?
Well,
him?
and the first one was supposed like we could at least maybe, if I'm remembering the movie correctly, we could at
was
least
supposed to
maybe
be
argue
disgruntled.
the first one was supposed to be bad. It was
Right.
2 people who didn't like each other very much, and they, because they may like enjoy it while
It
lasting
didn't get
kinda
better
thing,
in
so-
Cabo.
but yeah, they didn't. They
Or
didn't
Bora Bora.
improve on that.
Bora Bora, yeah.
Bora, yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like it was very like 5th grade first kiss.
Yeah.
Very 5th grade, like
Yeah.
It was very fifth grade.
Right.
And
Whereas
then at
the
the
scene
end,
with Letty in the first Fast and the Furious is like, oh my god.
Yeah.
When he's motorboating her over as the montage is going.
I was like, I don't like that.
No.
Okay. I found something while you were talking, and guess what? This was Samuel L. Jackson's audition.
Was it?
It actually
For
for the Nick Fury. Ready for
Ah.
this? The Samuel Jackson's Nick Fury vibe started here.
I
Agent
knew it.
Augustus Gibbons literally has the eye scar and the and gravitas that he would have later bring to Nick Fury in the Marvel universe. So you could almost say was the audition.
Called it, Dustin.
There you
Yeah.
go. The you're gonna love this.
Okay.
The Xander Zone was not in the script.
I could see that. I could see that
That was
being
just
added.
Vin
It
Diesel.
was just Vin Diesel off script. So like I'm gonna get this.
As well it should be. Good for him.
So it said it was ad libbed and everyone loved it so much they kept it.
Okay. Yeah, I could
Did
see
he
that.
eventually say it a second time? Like he said,
They did. They
because
did.
I feel like I really wanted. Maybe this is when you heard. I really wanted him to say it right when like when he replaced the torpedo and it blew up or something like
Yeah,
that.
welcome to the Xander
Xander
Zone.
Zone,
Yeah,
yeah. And this last one I'm gonna do because this one's funnier. This is funny. He actually dropped out the sequel. He was slated to be in it, but he dropped out of it
Yeah.
because he didn't like the script, so
Yeah.
they replaced him with Ice Cube.
So was it that, or was it because he was recording the pacifier? Because it came out
it's
a
kind
few
of
months
both.
later.
It's kind of
It's
like
kind of both.
you hear instances on both, and maybe it could be. Maybe he could. I mean, you know how it is. Like you say no to things, but if you really wanted to, you could make time to do it. So maybe he could. He was filming the pacifier, but maybe he could have also like I mean, shoot. During this time frame, he was doing Fast and Furious,
Yeah.
Pitch Black, XXX, A Man Apart. Like he was in a bunch of movies. He could throw in a second XXX.
Well,
Yeah.
you can't blame the plot because the pacifier plot wasn't that much better.
I mean, I
than
didn't
the
think it
second
was.
movie.
I didn't think it was. And oh wait, no. Last one, Drew, you might like this. This was one of the first films to embrace extreme sports culture.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that made it fun. That made it like that was something that was lacking in the next movie. Was it went back to like military and stuff, which is so cool. But like that was part of the fun of this.
Yeah, the
was-
BMX, the
yeah.
snowboarding,
Yeah.
the skateboarding, the parachuting, it was like Red
Yeah.
Bull on steroids.
all of the big action moments. It was like you're watching motocross with explosions behind it. It was like you're watching snowboarding
Correct.
with the parachute flying like that. Everything he did, as cool as it was, it always went back to like, yeah, he's an extreme sports guy.
Correct.
Except for the whole being a marksman and knowing how to like blow things up, and he's an extreme sports guy, and he's also Vin Diesel and everything. So
Got some reviews. I'm only going to do a couple.
I should let the audience know that we
Oh yeah, please, Drew.
we
please.
couldn't go to Reddit to find people's feedback on this particular series because it turns out if you type XXX in most things, including Reddit, the subreddits that pull up are not for the Xander Cage movies.
I was going to say, this was 2002. That was back when Napster and things, BearShare, LimeWire, we were downloading things illegally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the
guys
days.
do you think sat there excited for hours downloading a movie?
For
To only find out it was
I have a great joke about that.
Oh, yeah?
I do it. I'm gonna try to work it out tonight.
awesome.
There we go.
Let me see. There is only one XXX. The Ice Cube one doesn't count. Alex said that. OG XXX.
That's my friend Alex on Instagram.
Yeah, OG
shout out to
XXX.
him.
Alex was king. Made me love extreme. Made me love extreme sports and the CIA so much. Jason Winkler. Shout out to Jason.
Yeah, he's coming on in a few weeks. He's going to be doing SWAT with us.
Oh, cool.
That's a good movie.
So much to unpack here. XXX 2001. I think they mean 2002. Was better. Vin Diesel versus Ice Cube. You saw Pitch Black, right? Saying Ice Cube would win is like saying you don't know how to play Super Mario on
Okay.
Super Smash Bros.
I feel like that comment needs context. So I did yesterday. I posted a lot of things, getting people's feedback for the XXXs, the first two movies. And one of the questions I asked was who would win in a fight, Vin Diesel or Ice Cube?
Right.
And so he was saying Ice Cube clearly, and this is my friend Trevor. And Trevor was also saying, like, he referenced it to Super Smash Brothers. So back in college, and still today, if I'm being honest, I was obsessed with Super Smash Brothers. I also was pretty unbeatable, and I was really good with Mario. So he's like that. It's like saying Vin Diesel could win in a fight is like saying, or I guess in his case, he was saying Ice Cube could win against XXX is like saying I'd lose with Mario, which I wouldn't. So
That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
You know what though? Ice Cube's not going to fight the same way Vin Diesel is in real life.
no,
No.
He's going to
no.
bring that Compton with him.
Yeah, he's gonna beat his ass.
I really think, guys, if we're talking actor versus actor, I'd put money on Ice Cube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then real life versus real life. On my money's still on Ice.
Yeah,
Cube.
no,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think he'd.
Yeah.
Also, like, isn't
He too quiet.
Yeah.
Vin
And then Vin
Diesel
Diesel
way
quiet.
older?
I don't think so. I think they're right at the same age.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the other comments is about they're fighting over blood pressure.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna yeah, where is that damn comment?
It's probably the last one.
That's funny. They're fighting.
Oh,
over blood.
yeah. What are they going to be fighting over? Blood pressure medication? And that's on the threads. I love that one. Someone said they didn't like that Vin Diesel was the opposite of a government agent, and that's why they chose him. But Ice Cube was former military. They completely abandoned the original premise for the sequel. So that goes to, I guess, both movies.
Yeah.
From my page, a lot of people enjoyed it. They was like, that's one of my favorite action movies. That's one of the best start of my action movies. They were like, if this film is of James Bond, where an early 2000 style. I'm like, okay, we've heard that one before. Oh yeah, favorite line of the movie. I risked my life for a lot of stupid reasons. This is the first one that makes sense to me.
Oh yeah, that was like a Vin Diesel cheesy cliche.
Yeah, very Vin Diesel. So
What was your favorite line, Drew?
Oh, my favorite line. It's the one that they both say in the two movies. Well, no, in this one, "Welcome to the Xander Zone" was my favorite line. But there's that one they say, "The things I do for my country." As soon as they like go get with women, I think that's funny. I really hope that's in the third movie too, because it's in the first two.
yeah, it is. No, you know what? I don't know. Let me not lie.
I haven't seen the third one yet. So
que la suban en español, eso me gustaría.
That is somebody. Story.
That is somebody who wants to watch it. They need to see it in Spanish because they don't have it in Spanish.
You know what?
So
though,
like even in
I don't know if I feel like you could watch this movie without understanding the language.
No, I think she just wants it downloaded like in Spanish. But
on Amazon,
Vin Diesel. Someone said Vin Diesel is the best legendary actor of all time, and I mean that literally. Okay.
Was it Drew?
Nope.
That was
Nope.
I feel like I have an honest relationship with Vin Diesel.
Yeah, no.
The things that are maybe a lot of people will be like, "This is the dumbest ever." I'm like, that's why I watch his movies. But I do acknowledge that they're there.
So
yeah. So those were some of the comments.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of bad. Like I could not find anyone that really just hated this movie.
No, I feel like it's interesting. I feel like this one people enjoyed it. Also, like it was your cheesy like macho action movie, but with the twist of the extreme sports. I think that's what made it fun.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and the villain. I really like the villain. I thought he did a good
Yes.
job of being the like.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had enough. I mean, no one goes into these movies being like, I can't wait for an amazing storyline. But like, I
No.
felt like he did such a good job of being an unlikable villain, and I think the thing that really cemented it for me. I already didn't like him because he was the villain of the story, but that scene close to the end where he kills off all the scientists as like a test to see about how like his that like he didn't have to do that. Like yeah, but he just I mean his ways of just clearing up loose ends, man. That was just an evil moment.
I rewatched this again with my wife earlier this
Good
week.
date night movie.
Yeah, and she's very supportive. Yeah. And
right,
we had a couple different comments. One to the scene we're talking about where they're in the lab and they secure themselves in the vented room and everything. What happens if that goes sideways? Because you got guys in there with assault rifles.
and
They've
then-
only got pistols on them. I'm sitting there thinking, if this missile didn't work out, how would that play out?
Right.
Y'all are just waiting to come out of that tank at that point.
Oh.
A room full of mad scientists and some armed guards that are not happy.
There was nothing in there they could use either, was there?
No, but I mean, they had assault rifles. The guards did.
That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
that's
no, they were stuck.
they were stuck.
Yeah,
They were banking on
if
that missile working.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm up here thinking like,
yeah. What if it didn't? Like, well,
Yeah, like it just didn't do anything, and they're like, oh, that didn't work.
I did like that. That damn, I forgot about
The other thing, my wife said this. She's like, why wasn't the movie more popular than I thought it would be? Because she's like, it's a really good movie, and I said that's a good point. So I looked it up, and do you know where it finished for the year out of movies?
I want to say, wasn't it like 60?
It was number 15 of all the
Uh-huh.
movies that came out that year,
Okay.
but it competed with Spider-Man, Star Wars Episode
Oh,
2.
yeah.
Mm,
It competed with Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets,
Oh, no, you're not beating Chamber of
Yeah.
Secrets.
Signs, that Mel Gibson movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding,
Oh, no.
The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers,
good year
Austin
for
Austin
movies.
Powers Goldmember, Men in Black
Sir.
2,
Sir.
Ice Age, A Beautiful Mind.
Sir.
I mean, no
Sir.
wonder you don't remember this movie. And so then we started talking about how is it back then movies came out like that? Like,
Yeah, and they
that
were
was
all solid.
bangers, all of
I
them.
mean, dude, you
Lilo
not
and Stitch the
me.
same year.
Yeah, Jesus, 2002. I forgot.
That
That
well,
was a great movie.
I was gonna say
year.
we've talked about this before with the movies we've reviewed. That whole like early 2000s time
Here
period
comes
was
Yeah,
great.
Men in
music and
Black.
movies both were
Yeah,
killing it.
2000s was beginning to remember. Yeah, you're not gonna get you. I'm sorry, Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings,
I love that.
Minority
That was one of
Report.
the first raps I ever remember.
Really?
Dude, I used to be the biggest Will Smith fan. I'm still like
Why are you still not?
the recent things, man. He's
Why? Because he slapped somebody?
yeah.
I know.
I don't know. So,
I know. He did.
but
I
I
mean,
still will watch any movie if it's and be like this is the best.
let's see. The new guy, Ghost Ship, came out the same year. Swim Fan.
Oh wow!
That's number 98.
And how do we remember Swim Fan?
Exactly.
Because she was really hot.
She
in
was,
the movie.
she was hot and psychotic.
Oh, people are on this thing like, is CJ Bus? No, I just really appreciate a good looking woman.
Yeah, you can appreciate beauty.
If you, when I tell you, I appreciate beauty that the Lord has
Yeah,
made.
we're just valuing what
I am just valuing
it's
what
really a form of worship. Worship literally means aspiring worth to the thing.
exactly.
So you're
I be wanting to look like half of these women out here personally.
Right?
So that's really what
Yeah.
it is.
I feel like I remember it being a classic, like people kind of like because I feel like a lot of these movies, I call everything this, but it's the Fast and Furious effect, where it's like people dog the movies for being what they are. Like they are just action, macho explosions. You don't go in wanting to think a lot. You just go in and you watch it and you enjoy it. But people are like, but where's the plot? I'm like, I'm sorry, you turned on XXX. Like
Right now there is
like,
it's supposed to be boom. That's
yeah,
it.
that's
like,
the plot.
that's the plot, bro. That's the plot, man.
Sometimes
Yeah.
we just want to not think.
I know.
Right.
And
And then that's the kind of movies Vin Diesel gives us.
not thinking movies.
Love it. No one's gonna have an existential crisis after a man apart. No one's gonna think like
No.
I should do better with my life after watching XXX. No one's gonna think like I should.
How do you know that?
The Holy Spirit does inspire. So unless
Maybe I should diet and exercise more. Is about the only comment you
I wish I could do those stunts.
Right.
I wish me and a girl could fit between the steering wheel and the driver's seat.
Right,
That's what I want to
absolutely.
do. That's what I want to do.
That's fine. You're right. Okay, so I was wrong.
Okay.
He said the Holy Spirit does move.
Yeah,
So
that's
we
true. You know, who are we to say what movies inspire you to be better?
absolutely. Oh my God. When I tell you I have such a good this man, it's their energy because this is so much fun. It's so much fun. We got to get into our game.
Okay.
And we got to get into
Should we give our ratings first?
ratings first. Let's do the ratings
Cool.
first. And if for those who don't know, we do different ratings. We do Too Fast, Too Furious, Furious,
And fast.
and Fast.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's just 4.
I thought it was 5.
Nope.
I'm still sleepy.
What it is we Furious kind of can be both.
Think so.
Like, so Furious. So it's Too Fast.
Fast.
Is you absolutely loved it, was great. Fast was you liked it. Furious is either you didn't really care or you didn't like it, and then Too Furious is like you really didn't like it. Like your life is less than because of it.
Right.
Okay.
So we are going to start with our illustrious guest, our friend of the hour,
I'm gonna
just for
go-
the hour.
Yeah,
just for the hour.
just for today.
Now, tomorrow, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No.
I'm gonna give it Too Fast. I think if this movie was out any other time, that it didn't compete with that list that we just read off.
I agree.
I don't see how it's not one of the bigger box office hits for real.
Uh-huh.
You know, top 10 easy.
Cool.
So,
I'm gonna give it a fast. I absolutely loved it, but I wouldn't go that big with it.
Okay.
Like I just it was good. I enjoyed it. But I didn't like leave calling my friends and being like, "You've got to go see this movie," you know? Which I feel like for Too Fast is something I would do. Like, man, what are you doing tomorrow? Because I've already figured it out for you.
okay.
That's my
Yeah.
So I liked it.
That's gonna be hard for me. I'm going to lean with Too Fast. And I think because after he said date, I was like, you know what? Me and Kenny did watch this on a date, and we were like, this was a good movie and talking through. Like, we should, I'm glad
Right?
so that's the only reason. Would I call and say, would I call and say, go back and watch it? I don't know. Maybe not. But I definitely would be like, hey, babe, you want to watch triple, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You
I would
want a triple X, and he's like,
You
which
want to watch
one?
Triple X?
He's like, hell yeah, I'm down.
Starring me.
And then you put on a Vin
And then
Diesel
I put on
movie, and
Vin
he's like,
Diesel.
I did not sign up for this.
Well, anytime I try to do something for him, he's really looking at me like, go away.
Right.
I'm like, I tried to do some dance, and he was like, that's not, I think this is sexy. He doesn't. He was like, I don't know what you're doing. It looks like you're sick.
Right.
And no, I'm literally sitting. I'm like, that was the move. I'm
Yeah, sitting and moving.
standing like I'm sitting, but I'm doing this. He was like, please go away. I really have to pay our bills now. So,
Listen, audience, if you're watching, let us know what you think about the dance. Is it sexy? And if you're listening, take a moment later today, go to our YouTube video and pull up to wherever this part of the podcast is and check out CJ's sitting dance and let us know, is Kenny right or is Kenny wrong?
he's wrong.
You're gonna see shirts with Team Kenny.
Okay, now that we've got into now we get to play our game, which is the best time. And you guys,
I'm currently losing.
You
The score
are-
is 4 on CJ, 3 on Drew.
but I'm gonna throw you a bone this time.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
So instead of best out of, no, you have to guess which scene didn't make me go, oh my God, didn't make me. You had to guess which scene made me smile.
Okay. And Dustin, remember, you have to guess too, and
Yeah.
you have to be correct so I can get a point. Thank you.
Yeah, it's out of 3.
Out of 3, and it's which scene made you smile?
Yeah, which scene made me smile?
Or like which scene made you smile the most? Maybe did all of them make you smile? Or
hmm.
Yeah, because there's a couple of them in there, right?
The whole movie, I laughed the whole movie.
oh, I should
but
say she's going to give us choices. You don't have to
Oh,
think about
thank God.
you don't have to think about the entire movie and
I know
pick
what
a
my
scene.
scene is, but
I'll give you a hint. The whole movie made me smile, but the one that made me do this. Okay, now stop. For real, stop.
Okay,
That's okay.
okay.
that's
Right.
it. That's
Right.
it. That's
Um,
which one gave that reaction the most. Got
Yeah.
it.
Right. The scene at the very, very end.
Well, like when he
Oh, the
blew up
the
the
docks
ship on the docks.
and Bora Bora.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I don't know why, but that scene made me smile.
Okay.
The scene when what's his name? The guy who spoke like this.
The main villain,
The
Russian
main
guy?
villain.
Mhm.
Yeah. When
Czech
they
guy?
found out they actually weren't against each other at first, and it was like, that wasn't me, that
Oh,
wasn't
yeah, on
me.
the car.
On the
Yeah,
car.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
a fun scene.
That was a good scene.
That
I
was
was
a good
like,
scene.
okay. Like when he pulled that damn, I was like, ooh, that bad. Ooh.
Yeah.
Like I went back to my high school days on that scene because that car was like,
It was a cool car.
man, I wanted to call King like, babe,
Yeah.
can we go get?
Pontiac GTO. And it was like a purplish blue.
It was, and that's okay. I
Yeah.
love that scene. Loved that scene. Or the scene where he saw all of the weapons and he was like, "Bro, this is the thing that took me out twice." He was like, "Okay, well, yeah." So anyway, we're gonna keep it moving.
Okay.
So which of those scenes that made me smile the most?
Oh man, those are good ones.
Good scenes
Those are good scenes.
Yeah.
that made me do this. Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't think it's the third one. What do you think, Dustin?
I'm leaning towards the
You're
third
learning
one.
the third one. All right. Well, hey, man, you live your life.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with number 2 with the scene with the guns. I think that might have been. What are you gonna go with?
That was a good scene.
Two's my runner up, I think.
Who's your runner up?
Yeah. The bandages and it blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see where you're like, okay, this is gonna be good. I can see you smiling.
Okay. So wait. Are you going with 2 or 3?
Yeah, I'm sorry, 3. I'm going 3.
3. I'm gonna go with 2.
3. You going with 2?
Yeah.
Wow. I tricked you both. It was number
Oh
1.
my
Are you
god.
serious?
When I tell you there was something about the fact that when that man said, so they just got a homeboy just from doing whatever he was doing, and I done been studying this shit my whole life. He was like, I'm finna kill you if you don't shut the fuck. Like pretty much, if you don't stop talking to me. And he was really trying with his comedy
Yeah.
and trying to land it. And when he said this, I got shot twice with this. Yeah, okay, we're gonna move on. Like,
Yeah.
like, look what I made. Look what I made. Like, bro, I can kill anybody with this. He was like,
Yeah.
hey, so
So yeah, that's the scene
So
I'm
that's
talking
so
about.
that's the scene that he suggested.
you were right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, you mean the third scene that I said?
Correct.
Yes.
Got you.
That's
Because you said Bora
that's how
Bora
this
was
game
one.
works.
Yeah, Bora Bora was one. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, I got it right.
You got it right.
Okay. So
So you get the point.
yeah. Well,
He gets a point.
I
You get a
technically it
point.
washes because we both get a point.
Yeah,
Right.
So it's that's okay.
yeah. I don't know what it was about that scene.
Well,
This movie made me want to be a stunt man.
let's do it. Let's all just.
Okay.
Is there a class we can take? Can we go?
I'm sure there is.
Is there Craigslist ads for stunt people? I'll go start. I'll go ride a boat right now.
I think I got all
There
that out
is
of my
one,
system.
Drew. There is one, Drew. I promise there is one. Y'all think there is one.
I would, you know what? If I was an actor, there's
Mhm.
no way I would do my own stunts. I would and I would justify it by like I'm helping this person get work.
Right.
I like
Could slap somebody? Yes.
okay, that kind of stunt I could do.
Yes.
But you're
But
not
then
gonna
it,
do like a Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee where you're
I would like to learn it.
you know,
yeah.
that is a good point. That I actually saw an interview with Florence Pugh, and that was what she said. She's like, in all these movies, you always get to learn. You have the opportunity to learn so many cool and weird things.
Yeah,
so
see, I would like
why
that.
not try? And then if it ends up where like it's just not your thing, then you can bring the stunt person.
Absolutely
But
not.
like
Mhm.
they always give you the option to learn how to do it.
I want to do that. I would like to learn it. Like I know how to do stage combat, of course,
Yeah,
but I mean, like for real, like falling. And I guess because I'm a scary cat, I don't want to get up in the air.
yeah.
So, like, shout out to Vin Diesel for honestly pulling a Jackie Chan and doing his own stunts until he was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that
Yeah.
anymore.
You could tell like he did it for a while and that's cool, but he also probably was like I saw like when he's recording Fast and Furious 20, he's probably like I'm good. I don't need to do my stuff.
Yeah.
It's fun in the beginning, but the injuries catch up to you.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can speak from
amen.
experience.
Yeah.
You know, I've skydived and propelled and bungee jumped and all kinds of
Done.
crazy
Yeah.
stuff. Rode on elephants, been in cages with tigers.
Oh
And
That's
my.
awesome.
yeah, like I
Tune in next week when we just hear about Dustin's
See, and
life.
this is why I make that joke. This is why I make the jokes. This is why y'all gonna die.
yeah.
Y'all better stop.
Yeah.
Y'all better stop.
I got it all out of my system. Now I'm
You
like,
adrenaline junkies.
leave me on the couch.
So if you're listening to this, you're like, man, I want to learn so much more about these people and interact with them more because they're just literally the three most interesting people I've ever met in my entire life. Just a reminder that we're on all over social media. The Quarter
Oh.
Mile Podcast or Quarter Mile Podcast on TikTok. Every Tuesday, we ask for your movie opinions. And we also have a new subscriber function.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Called the Quarter Mile High Club is what we're calling it. And for as little as $3 a month, you subscribe, and then in addition to our regular episodes like this one, you'll have access to a bunch of bonus episodes. And we're actually filming our newest bonus episode. It will be in between now and next week for
Yeah.
you guys. But remember when we reviewed all the Riddick movies? Well, we didn't review the animated one, and so that's going to be a bonus episode. If
Yeah.
you're like, man, I really and we've invited back all the guests who were on our previous Riddick movies. So who's going to be there? I don't honestly know. I
Yeah.
sent them
Well, we know it's going to be some of your favorites.
Yeah.
And some of our favorites, of
Yeah.
course.
So it'll be good, and you'll want to see it.
Everything goes to a good cause. UNCF. No, I'm just kidding. Children's fun. I'm a child.
Yep,
He's a
of God, child of God. Where
Mhm.
we
The poor.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but if you do want to be a sponsor, please like let us know. Drop a link. We do have one sponsor. Well, actually, we're getting some more. But shout out to our major sponsor, D&D.
Woo, get it.
I mean, loving them, loving them, loving them. I'm loving
I
working-
hung out with them last week.
Did
and I did.
you?
I went to the Music City Fit Expo and worked the booth for a little bit.
How did you enjoy that?
I was a fitness influencer. I got to stand
Ooh.
there in my lonely shirt. It was a toss between lonely or gym creep, but I went with lonely. And I was trying to get people to buy shirts. And then I did the most on brand thing for me as a newly minted fitness influencer. I found where the free beef jerky was, and I visited them several times.
That's my real family right there.
There we
'Cause
go.
he ain't leaving without nothing.
You gotta
Yeah,
get that
so-
protein.
Okay, he ain't leaving no event without. I know that's right,
Yep,
baby.
absolutely. It was great though.
You gonna leave here with something.
Yeah, always, yeah. But it was great. I had fun, and they're really cool. And they're based out of Memphis D&D Fitness, but they do stuff all over the place.
All over the place. So shouts out to them. They please go check out the reels. Please make sure you follow us us on all social media platforms. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. We are on a TikTok. Oh, and we are on Facebook. Tell them where we can follow you.
So I simplified everything since last time. CallahanComedy.com. It's
Okay.
got all my platforms on there, including X, for now. And yeah, you'll get to see me and my upcoming shows. I'm actually going to be on a show with Drew Davis later on this month.
Yeah, June 28th.
Yeah, CJ, I don't know why you're not on there.
Because I'll be back in Memphis
Yeah.
Oh,
on the 29th. They just
Yeah,
I'll be
High
back.
Water Show. They I've
okay.
worked with them too. They worked with this podcast
Yeah.
too.
Awesome.
And
But
I
yeah,
was just they just asked me to come back to what is that? Not not Cookville, Sparta.
Oh,
oh,
okay.
okay,
So I'll be all over again.
cool. Look at us,
Yeah,
comedy hanging out.
comedy
Right.
hanging it up. So thank you for joining us,
Yeah.
and make sure to always live your life a quarter mile at a time. All right, we'll see you next time, baby.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.